Alright everybody, so last week I was doing a detail, literally my last detail of the day, and I was doing my final vacuum. I got halfway through the car, literally to the halfway point where I'm going around to the other side to open the other door, and I heard this swoop noise, like something got sucked into my motor, and then all of a sudden it went real loud, and white smoke started coming out. So at that point I knew that my vacuum had died a quick, terrible death. So, excuse my mess here. One of my clients gave me a microphone. I was trying to get that to work so I could film this video. That's not really working out, so we're gonna move this away. I'm gonna have to figure that out later. By the way, thank you, sir. You know who you are. But I went and got the most acclaimed RIDGID vacuum that everybody constantly talks about how great it is. So we're gonna put that to the test today. I'll be the judge of that. Time for crap. So I also went ahead and got the detailing kit because I wanted this attachment right here. This is the flathead attachment that does not come in this box. So I wanted that, and that's why I bought this kit. But also I thought, oh, it might be good to have these other attachments in a better pose. But also I went a step further and I bought myself another filter, because when you don't have time to clean your filter and you got to keep going, it's nice to be able to just switch it out, have a fresh one, and then keep moving. But either way, so right off the bat, when I went to Home Depot, the first one they had on the shelf had an open top, so I was like, no, don't want that one. So this one was obviously not opened. We have 3 hose extensions. Probably not going to use those. This hose, now I see why they have this detailing kit. This is very short. Man, my Craftsman one that I had, like I said, that thing was a workhorse, man. 2 years. 2 years. But I also had another thing for that. So keeping more filters and switching them out and keeping it cleaned will make your shop vac last longer. But I beat the ever-loving crap out of that thing for 2 years, and it was a workhorse. I loved it. I will actually, you know, after I test this, I'll do a versus. Which one do I like better? And I'll give you my pros and cons. So look out for that video. Oh, see, I thought I was gonna have to put some stuff together, but apparently not. So put this right here. Boom, everybody can see it. So comes with a filter already. Got this little attachment. See, I don't like that. It's too thick. It's not going to be able to get between seats and stuff. Right. Chuck that over there. Nice, decently long cord. See, I don't like this. I don't like buying stuff that looks like it's beat up. That's a bunch of dirt and scratches right there. I don't like that. And even this. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know what... Not sure what that is, but I shouldn't have to do all that, bro. This thing is... Oh, there's actually more stuff in here. Okay. So we got some instructions. We got another attachment that I will not use. Don't need that stuff. It must be dirty where they assemble these, because it's got dirt and dust all over it. I don't like that. I do like the fact that they tell you what filter to use right on the thing, so you don't have to think about it. That's nice. But yeah, I mean, if I'm comparing it to the size of my Craftsman, honestly, they're about the same size. I feel like my Craftsman was a little heavier. But the thing that I was really happy about with this one was these wheels. My other one my Craftsman didn't have wheels. I had to pick it up and tote it everywhere. So once that thing got heavy, it kind of got a little annoying. But yeah, I'm excited to use that because that gives me some mobility. The only thing I don't understand is if you have wheels on it, why don't you have a handle that allows you to have a little more leverage and actually pull it versus right here. So if I have to bend down to use the wheels, kind of makes it pointless. I might as well just pick it up. So I don't know if I like that. We're gonna get this down here. This is a 4-gallon, 5 peak horsepower, which is the same as my Craftsman. My Craftsman was 5 horsepower. The more horsepower you have, the more suction you're gonna have. So if you're looking for a mobile detailing vacuum, I think 5 is a bare minimum of where you need to be at. Because you can get a less horsepower vacuum that has a much bigger tank. So instead of it being 4 gallons, it could be 12 gallons. I think they had one on sale. It was like 17 gallons, like 3 horsepower, and it was $79 versus this one being $100. So if you want size, you can definitely find a cheaper one. But if you want suction and power, 5.0 is where I think you need to start, or really where you need to live. All right. So the detailing kit. I'm doing all this because, one, it's a great opportunity to do an unboxing, but two, I have a car that I gotta do, and you know, I didn't set this up beforehand, so here I am doing this. Good thing is, this is the only car that I have today. I have to go do an engine detail somewhere else, but I wouldn't really count that. I'm gonna be in and out in 20 minutes. Not a big deal. So we have this attachment here. It's kind of a funky. I would expect this to be larger, but I guess that's where you're probably supposed to hold your hand. Well, maybe, I don't know. See, that was the thing about my Craftsman I liked. There were little grips on it, so you know where to put your hand. This, not so much. I would assume that that might be the grip, but why am I holding it right here when I could hold it right here? I don't know. I don't know that I like that attachment. Probably not going to use it. This, though. This everyone raves about. If you go watch detailing reviews about this vacuum, this is the one thing that people are all, I love this. Now this, I like, because it's got a rubberized thing right here, so clearly that's where your hand goes. Or this is where, maybe the stripes are where your hands go. I mean, I could hold it, but that's comfortable. I would have liked this to be down here so I could go like this, have a little more leverage versus being right here on top of it. Doesn't really make sense like that. But, you know, the people that use tools aren't the ones that design the tools. We all know that. Look at that. Much, much longer. Much longer. Yeah, I like that. And it's a lot more flexible and bouncy. This is very stiff. This one's very stiff. So yeah, we're not using that. We're going to use that as a backup, but always keep your backup stuff because you never know when something's going to break and then you can't go to the store. You're right in the middle of a detail and you need other things. My family calls me a pack rat, but when stuff goes sideways, I always have what I need. So call me a pack rat if you want, but if it works, it works. Alright, so we got 2 little brush attachments. Alright, throw these in there. What is this for? Oh, these are the couplers, right? Am I? Yeah, does this go like this? Yeah, okay, so that goes like that. And then that goes onto the hose. Okay. I'm like, what do I need these little pieces for? That's why. Of course, there's a demonstration right here. Clearly this goes into this and this goes into this. So. Instructions, read your box. But yeah, the thing that I was really impressed about, I just put the hose on here. Look at this. First of all, it's a clip-on. My Craftsman is not a clip-on. And actually, on my Craftsman, it screws in right here, right? Or actually on the front. It screws in on the front. And there were many a times where the whole housing would just come out because the thing became loose. So I like the fact that this is a clip-on. I do, in fact, like that. What is this? Just a random... Okay. I wonder... Probably. That's probably what that's for. Okay. But yeah, if you haven't seen the top of this, this is the way this goes. Oh, so then what goes right here? What goes right here? Huh. Maybe I put that together wrong. But I feel like I didn't because clearly that clips right there. This, folks, is why you read your instructions, which I usually do. I just didn't do today. Alright. Handy dandy instruction manual. What goes in the front? Yeah, so it does hook right there. I wasn't going crazy. So then what goes in the front? nothing goes in the front. Okay. Am I understanding that correctly? Oh, so this little compartment back here is where you're supposed to put all this stuff. Okay. Not that I'll be using that, but alright. Utility nozzle, extension wand. Okay. So I can clip it to the front or the back? I don't want Spanish though. Hold on a second. To insert hose, attachment to remove hose, vac inlet port hose. Oh, so okay, so yeah, I did get it wrong. Obviously, just like my Craftsman, the back is the blower port and that is the inlet port. So I need to switch this to the front. That makes sense. But do they have, see, that's the thing though. On my Craftsman, there was something that covered the blower port so it didn't make a bunch of noise. Is that not provided on this? It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. So the blower port just stays open. Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it just stays open. That is just not trying to focus. There we go. Huh. Interesting. It's in fact still clipped though. So I gotta go drill brush this car first and blow it out, and then we're gonna see how well this vacuums. Of course, a good test of this would be not to do any of that and see how good it vacuums. So you know what? Let's go do that. As you can see here, this car's not super dirty, but there are no mats in the car. And we do got some incrustation here on these leather seats. There's stuff everywhere. So this is gonna be a good floor to test that vacuum. Really cool thing I just noticed, this thing is a swivel, so you don't have to fight with your hose for the direction. So that's awesome. But also this little part where you had to get the adapter that they give you the adapter for, it already comes installed on the detailing kit. So that's awesome. So let's turn this thing on. Oh wow, right off the bat, that's very quiet compared to my Craftsman. Don't want to get that. Alright, so first impressions, I mean honestly, it's not bad. It's not a bad vacuum, but there is still stuff in the carpet. So I'm sure that if I did my normal process and I drill brushed this carpet before I vacuumed it, this carpet would be spotless. But for that little section, I mean, it did pretty good. It did pretty good. I'll focus. All right, you see how that's over there and I'm working over here? That detailing kit makes that hose nice, long, and pliable, so you can get all the way around the car without having to move your vacuum. Now, like I said before, my Craftsman did not have wheels on it, and it also didn't have a long, flexible hose like that. It had a stiff one like the one that comes with that. So for me, this is a huge plus because, one, I don't have to cart that thing all around the car with me everywhere I go, but also this allows me to get everywhere in the car without me having to move it around. So that makes it more efficient for me. Fly away. But also, another thing I noticed, so I was complaining about this, right? Well, I didn't know this is actually rubber and it's pliable, so it allows you to really get into spots, you know, with that. So that's awesome. But you know, my Craftsman's got me a little spoiled because the flathead that they give you with that Craftsman is literally double the size of this. So you're talking about that big. So you get a lot more space, or a lot more opening to suck stuff up. But also, there's a slit in that Craftsman one, which allows you to lay this down flat and still get things. I can't do that with this, so I'm a little spoiled. That is the one thing I don't like about this. Now, at first, I didn't really like this because I'm like, why would you put your hand right there? Now that I know it's a bendy thing, I see how useful it is. But like I said, I'm spoiled by my Craftsman. So at the moment, using the same vacuum for 3 years. I got one, then I bought a new one and used that one for 2 years. But so 3 years cumulatively with the same kind of vacuum. This attachment is an adjustment for me. It's not that I don't like it, but once you're used to something, change is different. So yeah, overall, I like this vacuum. I like the fact that I love this detailing kit. Like, that was it was worth the $50 I paid for it. The one thing I don't like I said, I don't like how small this orifice is, because when I'm doing like this part of the floor, there's usually always one part of the floor that you do that's going to have more dirt than another, and it's usually the vacuum or the driver's side. So this driver's side had more stuff on the floor. So I could use this, but it's going to take me a lot longer to vacuum versus me doing this. Now, the only thing I liked about my Craftsman is that, like I said, I had that large orifice, so I didn't ever really need to switch to this unless, there was a ton. But with this being as small as it is, it's taking me longer to vacuum because now I'm having to switch between these two to get more stuff up. I don't like that. To me, having to stop and switch is inefficient. So yeah, so far that's literally my only complaint. Otherwise, this is a decent it's a good vacuum. I have no complaints other than the smallness of that. But when you get into the design of those things, you get into trademarks. So I understand why it's not exactly the same. All in all, great vacuum. Like I said, my Craftsman's got me a little spoiled, but for the price point, they're both $100. If I'm picking one, I'm gonna go with the one that has wheels on it. But here's the thing: when you buy the detailing kit, it's no longer $100. It's $155 plus tax. So you're really looking at about $165 versus the Craftsman one. But on the other hand of that, you don't get a larger hose, you don't get more attachments, so it could work out. Me personally, now that I have the wheels and I have a thing where I don't have to cart it all the way around, pick it up and carry it, I probably won't be switching back. But if you're okay with doing that Craftsman is a workhorse. And it's not even the Craftsman brand, because it's one of those vacuums that you can find it in 3 different brands, but it's the exact same vacuum. Like there's a company out there that sells, I think it's VacMaster. It's a black and yellow version. It's called the Beast. It's the same vacuum, different labels on it. Different. Instead of it being black and red, it's black and yellow. So it's really up to you what you want to do. These are both good choices, but I'm taking the RIDGID. Yeah. What's the grade? I'm gonna give it a B+ right now until I can use it some more and get used to it. But yeah, right now, right off the bat, I give it a B+. Alright, that's gonna be it for this review, you guys. If you're interested in purchasing, please, there's gonna be a link in the description. Follow that link and you can purchase it online. If you're interested, if you can, please donate to the GoFundMe to help us get a new van and some other things that need to be done. But otherwise, you guys take care. You stay up, stay blessed, stay prayed up. Get out there and go get it. Get you some customers. Go make some money. Have a great day. I love y'all. Like and subscribe, please. I'll see y'all next time.